Imagine waking up to the sharp, clever call of a bird that has watched humans build cities, farms, and roads for thousands of years. A bird smart enough to use tools, remember faces, and turn our trash into a feast. That bird is the crow, and today we are rediving deep into why crows are found almost everywhere on Earth, and what their presence tells us about nature, intelligence, and our own species. If you enjoy curious nature stories that change how you see the world, hit like and subscribe now so you don't miss the next one. Crows are nature's ultimate generalists, and that single idea, generalist, unlocks most of the mystery. Unlike specialist species that require a narrow set of conditions, a particular plant, a specific climate, or a rare food source, crows thrive on variety. Their omnivorous diet means they can eat fruit, seeds, insects, small animals, eggs, carrion, and crucially in the modern age, human food and garbage. Where people are present, so too are leftovers, composts, landfill edges, and roadkill. All of these become reliable, high-calorie resources that crows exploit with gusto. But diet alone doesn't explain the global success story. Crows are in the corvid family, a group of birds renowned for intelligence. Think problem-solving, tool use, complex social learning, and even planning. These mental abilities let crows adapt their behavior to new situations far faster than less flexible animals. When a new food source appears, a clever crow is likely to discover it, experiment with ways to access it, and then teach that trick to other crows. Cultural transmission in birds, which accelerates population-level adaptation. Add to that their social structure. Many crow species live in family groups, roost communally, and cooperate in ways that make surviving and thriving easier. Large communal roosts act as information hubs where young birds learn from elders about safe places to feed, who the local predators are, and which human neighborhoods are the most generous. Communal living also provides safety in numbers. Sentinel individuals warn the group about danger and mobbing behavior. When many birds harass a predator together, can drive away threats that would overwhelm a lone animal. This combination of cleverness and social learning creates a feedback loop. Smarter individuals innovate. Social networks spread innovations quickly, and the population as a whole becomes better at exploiting diverse environments. Mobility matters too. Crows are strong flyers with flexible movement patterns. Some species migrate seasonally. Others roam widely in search of food, and young crows often disperse distances that help the species colonize new territories. This mobility, paired with adaptability, means when humans change a landscape, clearing forests, creating agricultural fields, or building towns, crows are often among the first birds to move in, because they can find food and nesting spots in those new human-made niches. Speaking of nests, crows are flexible nesters. They can use tall trees in forests, hedgerows in farmland, low cliffs, and even ledges on buildings. Urban environments, with their abundance of sheltered ledges, parks with old trees, and relative lack of some predators, become surprisingly hospitable. Where other birds struggle to find nest sites because old trees were removed, crows use whatever structure fits: a high tree branch, a tall shrub, or a city rooftop. This nesting flexibility reduces one of the key constraints on distribution for many bird species. Reproductive strategy also plays a role. Many crow species pair for life or maintain stable family groups that cooperate in raising young. Helpers sat the nest behavior. Where offspring from previous years assist parents increases juvenile survival and helps populations persist through hard years. This cooperative breeding strengthens local populations and makes it easier for crows to maintain numbers even when conditions fluctuate. Another factor is resilience to human threats. Crows are bold around people, often learning to avoid specific dangers like poisoned baits or cars, and are quick to exploit human-created safety nets, such as farms and towns where large predators are fewer. Their boldness, though sometimes perceived as nuisance behavior, is a major asset. Shyness limits a species' ability to colonize new habitats, while the willingness to explore human spaces opens a world of resources. Crows' cognitive skills deserve a deeper spotlight because they are extraordinary. Studies from behavioral ecology show crows can make and use tools, recognize individual human faces, and hold grudges or give rewards accordingly, solve multi-step puzzles, and even plan for future needs. Behaviors once thought uniquely human or limited to primates. That mental toolkit means a crow confronted with a locked trash bin, a tricky nut, or a novel human contraption will experiment, learn, and incorporate the successful technique into the group's repertoire. Human behavior unintentionally creates many evolutionary opportunities for crows. Agriculture created grain stores and pests which attracted crows. Urbanization created thermals and tall structures for roosts. Waste generation created reliable food patches. And roads created both food, roadkill, and danger, selecting for birds that learn to time their crossings or feed on the safer road margins. Because humans are globally distributed and create similar ecological niches everywhere, crows have effectively hitched their success to ours. But it's not simply parasitism. There's nuance and balance. Crows also provide services. They help clean up carrion, control certain insect and rodent populations, and are sentinels in ecosystems, giving alarm calls that alert other species to predators. In many traditional human cultures, crows have had complex symbolic roles: tricksters, messengers, or even omens, reflecting how closely human societies have observed these birds for centuries. Their ubiquity in folklore from Asia to Europe to the Americas is itself a clue that crows have been near human settlements for a very long time. Climate tolerance is another piece of the puzzle. Different crow species display a broad tolerance for temperature and precipitation ranges, so while a single species may be limited, the corvid family collectively occupies temperate, tropical, arid, and even subarctic zones. Only the Antarctic extremes keep them away. Such ecological breadth across species means that, globally, somewhere a crow species is well adapted to local conditions. Evolutionary history also matters. Corvids have had millions of years to diversify and spread, and they evolved traits: intelligence, an omnivorous diet, social, learning, and flexible reproduction that set them up to take advantage of changing environments and human expansion. When you combine evolutionary heritage with recent human-driven habitat changes, you get a bird that's practically pre-adapted to thrive in a human-dominated planet. However, it's important to remember not all crow populations are thriving everywhere. Local pressures like habitat destruction, poisoning, and persecution can decimate populations, and in some regions, specific species are vulnerable. But as a group, crows are among the world's most successful birds. Because they are generalists, graduates of a kind of natural school of cleverness, and willing partners with human landscapes. So the next time a crow lands near your window and looks at you with that unmistakable black eye, remember, you're looking at a survivor engineered by evolution and sharpened by culture, a bird that reads the human world as easily as a map and uses what it finds. If this made you look at crows a little differently, share it with a friend who loves nature mysteries. And do not forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into animals that live beside us. Thanks for watching and stay curious.